And now with time, I think we are achieving success in the treatment of our patients.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to request Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Dr. Tariq Rafiq.
This conference will serve as a beacon of hope, collaboration and innovation.
The conference is a big success and I congratulate the organizers of the conference who have given their input in organizing the conference.
Please welcome Professor John Fung to the stage for his talk on
been exposed already to really talented surgeons and dedicated transplant professionals at DUHS University, but I've had opportunity to meet transplant programs around Pakistan.
It is an absolute honor to introduce now a globally renowned expert in infectious diseases and transplant medicine, Dr. Paulo Antonio Grossi.
First of all, I would like to thank Professor Kwashairi and Professor Rao for this kind invitation. I'm really honored to be here.
I'm the president of the Transplantation Society, and we welcome the transplant community in Pakistan to be more involved in the global issues.
I'd like to request Professor Ijaz Ahmed, Professor Muneeb, Major General Arshad Mahmood, and Dr. Fazal to please come up on stage and take their seats.
This Congress, I think, was really a great opportunity for the Pakistani.
I'm now inviting Dr. Rashid bin Hamid, Chief Transplant Surgeon, for his introductory address on the renal transplant program in DUHS.
As we come together to share knowledge, celebrate advancement and shape the future of transplantation.
Thank you very much for the invitation, especially Tasadduq and Rashid.
This is going to set up a very nice zone for the future, for the benefits of patient and for Pakistan.
In 1992, I was the fellow of the National Kidney Foundation. And as part of my fellowship, I was supposed to go to present at the International National Kidney Foundation meeting, which was in Singapore in September of 1992. So I went to Singapore, and here I am. It was supposed to be a 10-minute presentation with 5 minutes of Q&A. John would know that he always traveled with Terry. So he was there in the audience. He was also in the audience was Sir Roy Khan, who was the chair at Cambridge, who, by the way, was my external examiner. Also in the audience was Sir Richard Batchelor from the London School, who was also, by the way, my external examiner, and Dr. Starzl. And so that 10-minute presentation ended up with 5 minutes of Q&A, ended up with a 10-minute presentation with 90 minutes of Q&A. And the only person who was asking questions was Dr. Starzl. He basically ripped me apart. Ripped me apart. Now let me tell you his greatness. Story doesn't end there. So after this was over, I walked over and I asked Jeff Bluestone. You remember him? He was also in the audience. And I said, Jeff, who was he? Nobody could stop him. It was supposed to be 5 minutes of Q&A. We were far beyond what the session was supposed to be. So he said, you don't know him? He is Dr. Starzl. Now remember, this is 1992. There are no cell phones. Okay, you are dependent on landlines. So I go up to my room and I call my wife. She's actually in England. And I say, I think we need to find a job in England. By that time, I had actually received an offer from Duke University. I had already visited them. They were actually preparing a lab for me and everything. And I said, I don't think we can go back. Because what I have know about Dr. Starzl now, the chair of the department at Duke University of the Department of Surgery was his fellow in Colorado. The vice chancellor of Duke University Health Sciences was his fellow in Colorado. So I was doomed. The following morning, I got a call in my room. It was Terry. And Terry said, Dr. Starzl wants to meet with you. And my immediate gut reaction was yesterday not enough? When I went down into the cafeteria, Dr. Starzl was sitting over there with Sir Richard Batchelor, with Sir Roy Khan, and himself. And I said, now I won't even get my doctorate, because these two are my examiners. Here is his greatness. The first words that came out of his mouth was, I'm sorry for what I did to you yesterday. This is Dr. Starzl, ladies and gentlemen. This is not someone who is an assistant professor or a run-of-the-mill professor. And then the next statement he made was, if you believe what you said is true, come prove me wrong. And that is how, ladies and gentlemen, I ended up in Pittsburgh. And that is the greatness of this man. He gave me and John a lot of latitude. A lot of latitude. At times we may have actually, I at least may have misused it. But that latitude was so important, and it gave us the vision that we actually have today. If I am anything today, it is because of Dr. Starzl.
We are organizing our first International Transplant Congress, which is very first in Pakistan.
It's going to be a great success. Up till now, the sessions are really fantastic.
Ready for another day of insightful discussions and knowledge sharing.
This invitation to this important conference. So far I've really heard very interesting talks, and it's an honor to speak here.
Professor John Lamartine, a renowned transplant surgeon, researcher and educator, currently serving as Professor of Surgery at the Pritzker School of Medicine, University of Chicago.
So I'm very grateful for your patience and understanding. And last night, the Vice Chancellor asked when I was planning on coming back, so hopefully he won't change his mind with that.
Please welcome Dr. Mohyuddin to share his invaluable insights on the topic From Lab to Life, What Human Xenotransplantation Has Taught Us.
Thank you very much for this kind invitation. And I would like to say that this should not have been an invitation. It should have been a hookup for me to come here because I belong here.
Up next, we have a special segment, a fireside chat.
The purpose of this particular session is to actually gain the insight of our invited international and national speakers about this particular conference.
Having a wonderful time at the conference. I think perhaps if anything, the most important part of the conference is that it's letting people from around the world and around the country
all of you, thank you very much, and I hope next time we have another good meeting.